Yo, 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 Big Kish back up in here. We about to go over LL Cool J, trashing Drake, bro, clowning the man. You know what I'm saying? And they go in history about how LL Cool J is the originator of this stuff, man. Y'all know he's the first one to sign to Def Jam, you know what I mean? They get into some history. Also, we going to be going over how they was playing Not Like Us in Toronto, man. They was turning up. Yeah, without further ado, y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Let's get it.
Who's the GOAT right now, Drake or Kendrick?
Well, you talking about the battle?
Yes.
I mean, Kendrick won the battle. I mean, come on. I mean, that's obvious. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
Thank you. We need more OGs like that. Not compromise. You know what I mean?
Use the term GOAT to hip-hop, and then they tell me I'm not the GOAT. And you wouldn't even be saying it if it wasn't for me.
It's only one GOAT. It's only one GOAT. It's only one GOAT. I'm not gonna, banter back and forth. If anyone has anything to say, then say it.
The feud between Drake and Kendrick Lamar might have simmered down, but the drama is far from over. LL Cool J just tossed his hat into the ring, declaring that Drizzy Drake made a huge mistake going up against the Pulitzer winner from Compton. And you might be asking, why is LL stirring the pot now? Well, according to LL himself, he's the OG who paved the way for Drake's whole vibe, rapping and singing about his feelings. Yes, it does sound like LL is tooting his own horn, but if you rewind the clock, he really was the original Drake. Love him or hate him, LL was a trendsetter, dropping smooth R&B jams while also delivering hardcore.
Those joints is
was a trendsetter, dropping smooth R.
Look at those.
R&B jams while also delivering hardcore tracks you could play in the gym.
LL Cool J was an original author of the Declaration of Hip Hop, and his influence is quite literally.
Pause it a little bit. Those shoes was fire. He has the Declaration of Hip Hop, but we ain't trying to get copyrighted neither. Let's get it.
Everywhere.
LL was actually, hearing him rap actually made me want to rap.
So what did LL really say about Drake's face-off with Kendrick? Is he really suggesting Drake should hang up his mic for good?
Because, listen, man, it's about the art. This stuff is, this is no different from, LeBron and Steph. It's no different from, Jordan when he was coming in and Magic was going out, or
James Todd Smith.
See, the reason why Drake's so damn sensitive, he ain't know how to take this pressure because he ain't had them big cousins growing up, man, joking on him and punching him in the chest and all that. He ain't had none of that. So whatever you do anything to him, he gonna take it to the heart like, nah, You know what I mean? That's why he's so sensitive.
Better known as LL Cool J, was one of the first rappers to draw in a massive women audience while also earning respect from his hardcore rap fans.
You know what I'm saying? The last of the red hot loving MCs, looking for a little. That's my theory. Ladies love long, hard, and lean. And now you know what LL means.
Red hot
So
love MC.
And when I find you, I'ma pour all my love inside. I need love.
That beat go crazy.
Anybody want to come up here with me?
Everybody needs love. Only suckers are scared of love.
LL was the first artist signed by Def Jam in 1984, and his debut single, I Need a Beat, played a crucial role in helping the label land a distribution deal with Columbia. LL's debut album, Radio, in 1985, was the first project Def Jam ever released, marking the beginning of an era. The man who coined the term GOAT in hip-hop, LL Cool J, is a superstar with over 13 million records sold, primarily in a pre-streaming era. He also smoothly transitioned from music to TV and movies, boasting probably the second most successful on-screen career of any rapper after Will Smith. LL has also won numerous awards and accolades, including 2 Grammys. And in 2017, he became the first rapper to receive the Kennedy Center honors.
Being a part of that class and a part of that community and being welcomed into that circle of, that rarefied air was an amazing feeling. I'm not going to try to give you the pseudo humility. It doesn't matter. It does matter. I'm very thankful and grateful, and it's dope that I got that opportunity. And I'm glad that I had that kind of impact on the country. And I hope that, you know, through the station, I can continue to impact you guys and continue to just raise the level of culture and classic hip hop in America so that more and more people understand what it's about and, you know, just get into it.
In 2021, LL was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, becoming one of only a handful of hip-hop artists to receive this recognition. There are only 10 other rap acts in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame: Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, Run DMC, the Beastie Boys, Public Enemy, NWA, Tupac, Biggie Smalls, Jay-Z, Eminem, and Missy Elliott. And despite not releasing new music since 2013, LL's influence continues to grow, and many rap icons have credited him as their inspiration.
LL Cool J is hard as hell.
Bruh, Dr. Dre giving it up for him. Now you know, man, he's something special, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So what does LL really stand for? Ladies love, living large, licking lips.
Licking lips.
Well, I'm here because I personally think it stands for living legend. L, do you remember a story you told me about leaving Def Jam? You were the first artist on Def Jam. You recorded all of this music and delivered all of these albums. Then fast forward to this, your deal is up. And you told me you were really expecting a really high dope parting gift, right?
When he said lick your lips, I guarantee you somebody licked their lips when he said that.
Do you remember what you told me you got? A cheap watch. Right? Well, now I guess you know what time it is, right? I mean, the folks at Def Jam probably could have done better with their parting gift, but they knew exactly what they were doing when they signed you as their very first act. LL was 17 years old when his debut album came out. It not only put Def Jam on the map, but it launched a superstar. LL Cool J gave us 13 studio albums over 3 decades. How about that? He went from the sonic brutality of Mama Said Knock You Out to a silky ballad like I Need Love. Right? And also smooth R&B and pop influenced songs like Around the Way Girl, Doing It, Going Back to Cali, I Don't Think So. L, you know that old hip hop term, right? It ain't where you're from, it's where you're at, right? Where do you live now, LL? California.
And while rap legends continue to recognize LL's impact on the industry, some contemporary artists who clearly follow his blueprint haven't given him the acknowledgement he deserves. And that brings me to Drake. See, there's a strong case to be made that LL was the prototype for Drake, and LL himself sees the parallels. In his 2020 interview with Complex, LL discussed his 1987 hit, I Need Love, one of the first...
Boy, Drake can't escape nothing, boy. Bruh. What did he invent? What did he come out with that's like, oh, okay, that's Drake right there. Copying motherfuckers. That's what he came out with. Taking stuff from people. And he ain't even come out with that.
Sensitive rap songs to become a hit, and he recalled there was a lot of friction when the track was released. Back then, it was really conservative, and if the energy wasn't testosterone, like I'm punching you in your face, kicking the door down, you don't get a lot of credit, LL told Complex. In hip-hop, you only get brownie points for creativity.
That was real, bro, because Run DMC and them, when it came out, they did not smile, bro. A lot of them rappers, that was they law. Don't smile. Straight up.
Within certain parameters. When you try to go outside of that box, if it's anything not considered 1000% street, you get no credit. Later in the interview, LL said that he was glad that he created a genre, and then he singled out some of the rappers he believes are heavily influenced by him, including Fabulous and Jadakiss. I'm glad that now, years later, a Fabulous can go out and do his thing and still be very well respected as a lyricist, LL said. A Jadakiss can do his love song and still be well respected as a lyricist. I'm glad I was able to help it. But when asked to comment on the comparisons between him and Drake, LL said, "We're very different artists because I have a lot of hard records and I'm very diverse. But in the aspect of my career, it paved the way for guys like that." Now, to really understand the similarities between LL and Drake, look no further than LL's sophomore album, Bigger and Deffer, and its lead single, I Need Love. The track broke the mold at a time when rappers were portraying themselves as womanizing party boys with no feelings or social commentators. Like Drake, who launched his career with emotional tracks like Best I Ever Had, aimed at women, LL faced accusations of going soft or selling out. And throughout the years, both artists have taken heat for their women-centered songs. But LL didn't let those comments about him being soft get to him. Back in 2013, LL was asked by Interview magazine to comment on I Need Love being a very soft song in terms of the lyrics. And LL replied, "It's not soft, it's the truth. Love ain't soft, man. It's just a part of life." And see, this is exactly what Drake should have done. He should have embraced the image that made him popular in the first place. Just like Kendrick said on Euphoria, I like
what he do? What he do? What he do?
Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough. Unlike LL Cool J, who embraced his softer side and stayed true to himself, Drake let those jabs about being sensitive get under his skin. Suddenly, our favorite nice guy was trying to prove he was tough, overcompensating in a big way, rapping about his mob ties and degrading women. Now, don't get me wrong, like most rappers, LL Cool J also had his fair share of misogynistic lyrics, but he grew out of it, whereas Drake hasn't evolved at all. If anything, he's gone backward. Remember when Drake first burst onto the scene? All his songs were about his journey to fame, his love life, and his hometown of Toronto. But all those Drake the type of guy memes must have hit a nerve. Enter Drake's villain era. Desperate to shed his nice guy image, Drake did a complete 180 and started flaunting a hyper-masculine persona. By 2013, with the release of Nothing Was the Same, he was all about projecting a harder image, rapping about money and power plays. It was a clear attempt to rewrite his narrative, and it seemed like Drake desperately wanted to be feared. Remember his 2014 single Draft Day, where he brags about hiring Somali men from the hood as hitmen and paying them in donuts and coffee? This was one of the first signs that Drake's tough guy persona was fake, and he was simply doing too much in a desperate attempt to be seen as hard. By the way, that same year Draft Day dropped, one of Drake's security team members, Baka, not nice, the same one Kendrick name dropped on Not Like Us, wondering why he's not around, was charged with some despicable crimes involving a young woman. But Drake still kept him around. Not only that, but as soon as Baka got out of prison, Drake signed him to his OVO label.
And when my brother forward out of jail, there was a lot of different paths that he could have took. And he decided to focus on music. And when he was focused on music, maybe people thought, oh, okay, all right, it's a little fake. So look, it's an honor. It's an honor and a pleasure. I just wanna hand this. I wanna give this pen to my brother. I love you.
Congratulations, bro.
New York.
Hey, Bucka, congratulations, my brother.
Yeah. Official. New York City, we appreciate
that. Fresh
like,
Montana? Yeah, that's Fresh Montana, man.
And let's talk about the misogyny in Drake's music. The same way he was desperately trying to convince everyone he was a tough street guy, Drake was equally desperate to ditch his image as the romantic, sensitive guy who always gets his heart broken. So once again, he started overcompensating and doubling down on the misogyny. On the track Live from the Gutter from his 2015 mixtape with Future, Drake tells women to shut up and take what's coming to them. He raps, "She gonna end up dipping with me, and I got her stripping off the yaya. Pillow talk and dishing out on all y'all. In one ear, out the other. Shut your mouth and take what's coming." So in case you missed it, Drake raps about taking a woman from the club, giving her yaya, which is a slang term for that snow, if you know what I mean. And then he tells her to shut up and take what's coming. Now back then, nobody was really dissecting Drake's lyrics or taking them too seriously. But now with all those allegations Kendrick made in his diss tracks about Drake being a danger to women, well, let's just say songs like Live from the Gutter take on a whole new sinister meaning. And by the time he dropped Views in 2016, Drake was fully embracing his tough guy misogynistic persona. On the track Child's Play, he even exposes his classism, telling a woman that unless she stops arguing with him, he will send her back to the hood. This track also has some lines that sound like they were taken straight out of a gaslighter's textbook. Drake raps, "How many girls have slept in this bed? Say a different number than one that's in my head. Lying to protect you. I be doing that a lot." And then of course there's Hotline Bling, where Drake whines and complains about a woman who stopped obsessing over him and started living her life on her own terms. The same man who admitted on Child's Play that he has to lie about the number of women he slept with. On Hotline Bling, this same man complains about a girl moving on with her life and praises the good girls while shaming women who wear less and go out more. On his 2018 album Scorpion,
she going into how he start degrading women to overcompensate for his loving them. Just because people, I guess, was clowning him, so he felt like he gotta overdo the gangsterness.
Drake continues to spew misogynistic views, gaslighting, and patronizing women. And then on Drake's more recent projects like Her Loss and For All the Dogs, his transformation from Mr. Sensitive to Mr. Misogynist is even more obvious. On the song Fear of Heights,
he don't understand the women was the only one buying his songs and stuff. Guys don't be paying for stuff like that, man. Women are big spenders, man. For real. Why you think the churches is flooded with women? Them churches don't want men in there no more, man. Where's the spenders?
from his latest album, For All the Dogs, Drake disses his ex Rihanna, claiming her bedroom skills were average and bragging that he slept with better women. He raps, "Why they make it sound like I'm still hung up on you? That could never be me, gal. Can't run me. Better him than me. Better it's not me. I'm anti. Yeah, and the ex was average with you. Yeah, I'm anti because I had it with you. I had way better B's than you." So let me get this straight. Drake claims he's not hung up on Rihanna, and yet he's still talking about her bedroom skills, almost a decade after they broke up. Rihanna has a whole family now, and she hasn't publicly mentioned Drake in years. But yeah, Drake wants you to know he's totally not thinking about her either. Like, not at all. It's honestly pretty sad that at almost 40 years of age, and with all that he's achieved, Drake has to resort to dissing women from his past just to hype up his album. And what's even more cringy is the fact that Drake had a well-documented obsession with Rihanna, and he admitted more than once how he was in love with her and wanted to marry her.
At one time, they were rumored to be dating. He even tried to kiss her on stage at the 2016 MTV VMAs, but Riri made sure to curve the hell out of him. Drake clearly wishes things would have turned out differently. As life takes shape and teaches you your own lessons, he told James.
She curved on. From all them people.
I end up in the situation where I don't have the fairy tale like, oh, Drake started a family with Rihanna, and like, this is like so perfect. By the way, I wanted that too at one time.
And see, this is yet another thing that sets LL Cool J apart from Drake, despite both of them being classified at one point as soft rappers. Unlike Drake, who's been linked to many women over the years and still hasn't had one long-term relationship, LL has been married to the same woman for almost 30 years. Yeah, you heard that right. LL and his wife Simone Johnson met all the way back in 1987 and married in 1995. They share 4 children and 3 grandchildren.
Ladies love Cool J.
What's made this marriage work?
Definitely putting God first. Mm-hmm. You know, we both come from a spiritual background and compromise, a lot of compromise. Picking your battles. You know, respecting each other.
What's also sweet is that LL and Simone really exemplify that whole in sickness and health mantra. In 2004, Simone was diagnosed with stage 3 bone cancer, and LL stuck by her side on her difficult journey to recovery. Not only was LL by her side, but he actually offered to go under the knife and give her a piece of his bone.
The surgery that I had, they had to remove all the microvascular veins. So the veins had to get used to being in this leg. And I remember I was so touched because I remember Todd asking the doctor if the doctor could take his fibular bone because it was bigger than my fibular bone and he thought it would be stronger. But Dr. A didn't want to take the chance because my DNA won't reject.
And they were worried about rejection.
Thank God it didn't reject. Sometimes it can.
But that your husband was willing
to give
That's what she said, man.
And give a bone.
And give me his fibula.
That's amazing.
But besides their personal lives, there's another major difference between LL and Drake. When asked about his definition of a GOAT, LL said it's pretty simple. You can't be considered one if you don't write your own stuff.
Okay.
Can you be considered a GOAT if you didn't write your lyrics?
Oh, man. Well, I mean, if you're going to go by the original rules, you can't.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If you're going to go by the original rules of hip-hop, you absolutely cannot.
Okay.
You can be the most popular. You can be the most commercially successful. You can be the biggest chart topper, but you can't be considered, the one. Like, Michael Jordan has to play basketball for Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Like, he can't send LeBron out to play and then he sits on the bench and gets the points on his board. You know what I'm saying? The points go to his stats.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
I like that. That's the analogy I've been needing right there. That's the analogy I've been needing.
You know what I mean? So you got to write your own joints, B.
Now, as for LL's take on that whole drama surrounding Kendrick's beef with Drake, LL didn't want to get involved in all the gossip. But he made it clear that Kendrick came out on top and destroyed Drake lyrically.
Who's the GOAT right now, Drake or Kendrick?
Well, you talking about the battle?
Yes.
I mean, Kendrick won the battle. I mean, come on. I mean, that's obvious. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
So here you have it, folks. LL Cool J, a trailblazer who made vulnerability cool in rap, and Drake, who could have been just as legendary if he had followed more closely in LL's footsteps.
From Dangerous Paths.
Be strong, don't be soft. Being soft is falling victim to the being soft is falling victim to the negativity that goes on in our neighborhoods. That's being soft, dog. Being hard is taking care of your family. The hardest thing in the world to do is to not pull the trigger, dog.
As for fans, they're saying while there are definitely some similarities between LL Cool J and Drake, LL is still in a league of his own. One fan said, "I think without LL, you don't have Drake." And another one added, "Even LL telling Drake you got the L, LOL." But what's your take on these comparisons between LL?
All these damn L's. Look, I gotta leave. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it, man. Would there be a Drake without LL? You know what I'm saying? Or would Drake just, he'd be Drake still? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all feel. We gonna go over that, what's it, DJ Scheme? We gonna go over that DJ Scheme in another video. I'll probably drop it at 3 o'clock or something like that. So y'all probably get 3 videos a day. Yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. Big Kish signing out. Go on, man.